Monday, November 7th.
You're listening to Weather with Enthusiasm.
It's hard to believe the numbers that are being forecasted and for North Dakota by many forecasters for this upcoming weekend. For Bismarck, North Dakota, we have forecasters that are forecasting temperatures, you won't believe it, going down to 15 below zero this upcoming Saturday night into Sunday morning. However, that is not the highlight right now. The highlight is a brutal snowstorm is in the process of developing. Winter storm watches are in effect for much of North Dakota, South Dakota. We have a strong storm system that's moving out of Colorado, developing over Colorado just outside the Rockies. This is what's called a classic Colorado low. And the system's colliding with copious amounts of Gulf moisture and extremely cold air on the backside. Heavy snow is in the forecast, some places 12 to 18 inches. This is not the average Midwest storm. 12 to 18 inches at the bullseye. Some areas might get higher amounts, says the European computer model. But the National Weather Service, in one source, said 12 to 18 inches. 6 to 12 inches, 70% chance that many counties may see 6 to 12 inches. The National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued a winter storm watch for any area where there's a 50% chance or higher of receiving 6 inches of snow or more. But that's not the only story here. We have an exciting story taking place as well. We have record warmth that's happening right before the snowstorm in some locations. Here in the Midwest, the record high here in Chicago on Thursday, 75 degrees. We're going to come very close to that. Temperatures going into the mid-70s in the St. Louis area as well, low to mid-70s for Thursday. Temperature hit 80 degrees in Baltimore today. It's just amazing how the system is set up. This is whatever you want to call it, Mother Nature, or there's other words for it too. It's set up that when these storm systems develop, the air that is warmest is just outside the cold front for this time of the year. In the summertime, it's a little bit different, but this time of year, you get the strong temperature drop, and then when you have the warming trend, it tends to come as a warming trend. Temperatures gradually get warmer and warmer this time of the year until we peak again back into the 70s. And then we go crashing down to overnight lows in the low 20s for St. Louis, Missouri for many nights, not just one night. The Chicago area, some of the rural areas as well may go into the low 20s. I don't know about the Chicago area. The lake effect snow machine turns on for the weekend as well. This is an extended cold spell for many, many locations. It doesn't really look like it's going away too soon for North Dakota, South Dakota, many areas like that. And it is definitely a real powerhouse and almost like an inspirational weather event. We also have a tropical storm that's developing and will be affecting Florida within a couple days. We have a strong storm system on the Pacific Northwest with lots of winter storm warnings in effect out there. And we have storm warnings, which is the equivalent of a tropical storm strength, but it's not in the tropics, in effect for southern Alaska, bringing very heavy snow over there. And something really phenomenal occurred this past weekend. I've never heard of this one. We had a tornado here around the northern Illinois area. There were no thunderstorms, there was no tornado warning, and there was little to no instability at all. All we had was extremely strong low-level jet winds with a lot of, I don't know what, but a tornado formed, a real weak tornado. There was a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, even though there was no thunderstorm. That's my understanding of it. But nonetheless, the impact that this tornado had was equivalent to a severe thunderstorm. So that went off at 10:53 in the morning, but there actually was a tornado. The National Weather Service, they did mention it. They eventually did mention it in the forecast discussion. It didn't quite make it into the forecast. But that's a very interesting rarity to have something like that. A tornado warning and cold weather and just the winds, damaging wind gusts for 10 to 12 hours straight here in the Chicago area. The DuPage Airport hit a wind gust of 77 miles an hour. Even at Midway O'Hare, 59 to 60 miles an hour. Officially, damaging wind gusts are 58 miles an hour or higher. Lots of damaging winds occurred this past Saturday. These are things that sometimes go on in the plains or especially Alaska, but not usually Chicago. Chicago gets plenty of wind, but not quite this strong. This was quite unusual, and to get a tornado out of it, that really was unusual. Anyways, enjoy the warm weather for now. We have a little bit warmer weather tomorrow, but the real warmth comes in Wednesday and Thursday for Chicago and many other areas in the Midwest as well before that cold front comes through. Chicago, the cold front comes through probably 3 a.m. Friday morning, and temperatures go plunging with highs in the 30s, even in St. Louis. And we'll see if we get some snow out of this. I think we will. It's not being mentioned in the actual forecast, but at one point they were mentioning some impulses will be traveling around and could produce something, at least some snow flurries every now and then over the weekend.